The sixth question is explain the energy discussed here. It's like this. We'll start with a very simple example. When you lose your temper, you sense it. With that thought or emotion, a certain energy comes. Otherwise, people wouldn't take guns or knives or any other sharp instruments, and people wouldn't stab or shoot your opponent. To do all this, a sudden and a very strong energy emanated within you. Once things are done, only you feel so sorry, and then you would question, oh, what I have done? I really didn't want to do this, but it happened, so we worry. It is that energy we are explaining here. The thing is, when this energy emanates at the same moment, if you are mindful, if you are practicing the present moment, you will sense it. The moment you sense it, this energy or the energy levels or the energy field subsides, so that you wouldn't go for that far to kill a person because you don't have the energy to do that. Just imagine a little girl or a boy with a pet. It could be a dog or a puppy or kitten or whatever. We tell that kid to kill the little puppy. The little boy would never, or the girl would never do it, because the innocent child does not have the strength for it. Meaning, within the child, that energy is not emanating, creating. Without that energy, child can't do it. But there can be children unintentionally doing the same thing. Meaning, it's not the matter of the young and the old and Westerners or Easterners or nothing like that. This is a universal thing. And even the animals do have the same energy. Some of the dogs are very innocent and some of the dogs are very rude. So according to the energy that they are sensing, things change. When it comes to lust, hunger, kindness, compassion, empathy, whatever you feel, the story is the same. With whatever the emotion, there is a certain energy that comes up, emanates. Only thing you have to do here is to sense it. We hear that our son or daughter passed the exam with flying colors. The moment we heard it, the emotion, happiness comes up. Along with that, an energy comes. It's because of that energy you can't be sitting anymore. You would shout, you would hooray, you would go to the child, hug and kiss and wish, and you would celebrate it. It's because of all this energy. May it be good or bad, as the society says, everything happens because of the energy that emanates with the respective emotion. I hope it's clear. Sometimes I feel that I am in a divine mode. I see the beauty of the trees, flowers greater than earlier. Anything wrong with me? Nothing wrong with you. Why do you say that? Because if you see the beauty of the trees and flowers greater than earlier, there is nothing wrong in that. Yeah, that is what it should be. I do agree with the word he says here, the divine mode. Yeah. When you sense this inner tranquility, it gives you a certain divine nature. This status does not have worries, frustrations, pains, agony, nothing. So, when you don't have anything to suffer like that, you can use this kind of words, because that is what we are aiming at. Actually, we don't aim at anything. We are just thinking about being in this present moment. As a result of that, we are experiencing this kind of divine mode. So you don't need to identify yourself as a god or something like that just because you're feeling like that. Because we are just using the words as a pointers, because these words are not exactly what we are explaining here or trying to explain. But what this particular person is trying to say is that he experiences the freshness of every single moment. He doesn't have the old stuff, always fresh. It's the same trees and mountains and the animals he sees. But every moment is a miracle, every moment is a new moment. When you go practice in the present moment, it's the same road you are taking every day, but you are taking the same road for the 1000th time, but still you feel as if you are taking the road for the first time. It's that freshness that you feel. That is the kind of divine mode this listener is speaking. You should remember, I have given you answers for all the questions what you have asked here. I'm really happy because these questions witness that you are practicing something about the present moment with a certain understanding. And all of you are taking the correct path. No one had gone wrong. No one had deviated from the correct track. I'm really happy and thank you for your attempt and cooperation. Next question is a very different type of question, but it is still applicable. What could be my near-death experience? Can I be more prepared for my death? Actually, we talk about good and bad, up and down, dark and light, like that. You call them antonyms. Similarly, we say birth and death. The opposite of death can be birth, but opposite of birth is not the death. Opposite of birth is not the death. I leave that point at this place, because you will find the answer as to why I say that the opposite of birth is not death. But that's not the problem. Near-death experience, it's a good question. Near-death experience is very important, because when you are near the death, whether you know or not, you are experiencing the present moment 100%. Your focus is only about your inner being. If your focus is only about your inner being, even now, right here, you're happy this moment. The next moment also you will be happy. It is that kind of a moment or a next moment that you are encountering when you are about to die. So you don't need to worry. It's just a moment that you are experiencing, that you are sensing. I don't think that you need to be more prepared for your death. Anyway, one day we have to leave the body to this Mother Nature and the physical body ends. There is no big deal in that. You are worried about that. But your inner being is happy. It's in a divine mode. Its joy or the ecstasy remains. So, when facing the death of your physical body, you don't need to worry because your inner being is always happy, being attentive or conscious about the present moment. From today, when you hear about the near-death experience of somebody, this understanding can also be applied. It would be an interesting thing. Next question, are you giving a different interpretation for the concepts like love and sex? Not at all. I'm not giving any definition for any concept because we are not talking about the concepts, we are not talking about the words or knowledge. It's exactly beyond the words or knowledge. Since you asked about the love and the sex, now you know it's not the love we are explaining here. Yeah, mother loves the son, son loves the mother, wife loves the husband, husband loves the wife. That's not what we are explaining here. The true love is without any expectation. Say for an instant, very simple example, you are walking along the road. It's a mindful walk, but you see a beggar, could be with a little kid. You didn't feel so sorry for that beggar, but unintentionally your hand went to your wallet. You gave a little cash to the beggar and you left. You did not recall the incident ever since then. The moment you gave it, that's all. You continued your walking. Actually, that's true love. You do whatever that is due to be done. No preparation, no analysis, no feedback, no expecting thanking, nothing. Something happened unintentionally, that's all. That's love. When you talk about the sex, Yeah, we don't want to talk about the sex in ordinary terms because we all are very informed with that. Once I gave you a point, if you think that you are engaged in your sexual activities, you would stay in that orgasm status for a long time, but we can't. We remain in that position, we remain in that states only for few seconds. That's why we say all these things are unintentional act. This is another very important point to sense your energy field. Along with the feeling, what a great energy your body produces. The entire chemistry of your body changes with that thought. It changed because of the energy produced by the thought. Energy field was made completely different. If you can engage in your sexual activities in a mindful manner, then that's going to be more useful than when you are taken away by the thought. This is what we are explaining. The love and the sex and the anger and the empathy, all these things, along with the thought, what energy comes into you, sense it. That's all. Other than that, we are not giving any definitions or interpretations. Hope it's clear to you. The last question is, what kind of a spiritual transformation are you speaking here? Is it anything to do with the religion or religious beliefs? We use the spiritual transformation here, the term spiritual transformation, but actually we are not talking about any religion or religious beliefs. You have the freedom to practice any religion, religious beliefs. We respect whatever the religion you are practicing. All what we say here is do it with the sense. Because today the worst of the wars had been fought over the religion, saying that our religion is correct and our one is the best. But here, what we are trying to say is to be mindful. If you are going to church, if you are walking to the church, walk mindfully. If you are sitting at the bench of the church, be seated mindfully. You can do whatever the ritual or customary things in your religion. That's no problem. We respect your freedom and practice, and also the cultural diversity. Whatever you do it mindfully. So thereby it's clear that we don't talk about any religion or religious beliefs. No insulting, no appreciation. I personally believe that I don't have the ethical right to talk about the religions, as I have not studied about the religions at depth. So thus the discussion of 10 questions come to an end. I feel a great sense of happiness about the questions raised by me by our wonderful listeners. All these questions say that our attempts are successful in spreading this message of peace, prosperity, and stillness. Take few seconds to see that the spiritual transportation had taken within you. When I ask you to be sure about spiritual transformation, you don't want to think, I understood this, I didn't understand that. No. Still, you ensure that you are in the present moment. I believe most of the questions you had, little questions you had so far are clear now. Our next presentation is the 25th chapter. Once again, a guided meditation. This guided meditation is going to be more advanced, because you all have come a great distance in the road of mindfulness. Excuse me. You all have completed today's activity very well. It's great, wonderful. We appreciate your kindness and cooperation. If you value this, we request you to like, comment, share, and subscribe this channel, because it's you, the messengers of this message of peace and prosperity. The more you share, more you comment, more you subscribe, more number of people will reach this message and they will better off their lives for no cost at all. At the end, all we are focusing is a healed world, a much better world for us to live and enjoy. Until we meet in the next video, I shall say goodbye to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.